Good morning and welcome to Sports Review on Breakfast Daily. My name is Yao Ejay Minta. Good morning, Kokui. Good morning, Kweku.
Good morning, Yao.
Hi, Yao.
Good morning, folks.
Yeah.
Good morning, folks. New week has begun, and
It's Valentine's week.
Yes.
yeah, Valentine's week. Yeah, Valentine's
In fact,
week.
it's Valentine's Eve.
Yeah, it's Valentine's Eve. I know, right?
Charlie. A lot of brothers will be hot. A lot of brothers.
What
will be
about
hot.
you?
Oh, me, I'm cool. I have a date with PSG and Bayern Munich. I have a date with PSG and Bayern Munich.
Can you imagine?
Look at this guy.
Me, I'm cool.
That's his way of advertising.
Yeah.
Me, I'm cool.
Put it out
He's saying
there.
that he's,
Pretty much put it
he's
out
saying that
there.
he's alone.
Oh, me,
So somebody should
I'm
mind
alone. Me, I'm just chilling alone.
Okay.
I'm just chilling alone.
Let
Now,
the messages start coming.
I'll be sure to let you know. Let's start off with some results from the Bet Power Ghana Premier League. Now, I'm sticking with one major result, and Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they lost to Dreams FC by 2-0 yesterday in the Bet Power Ghana Premier League. Now, that was the biggest result of the round. Now, later in the day, the Black Stars, the Ghana Football Association, they announced that Chris Hughton has been appointed as head coach of the Black Stars of Ghana following extensive deliberations between the two parties. Now, the appointment is in line with the vision of the GFA, looking at the communique the GFA released to continue with the project of building a formidable squad that started with Otuado in the lead up to the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 tournament. Now, Mr. Hughton, as many know, he served as the technical advisor of the Black Stars for that particular tournament, and he's been serving in that role for a while before this appointment. Now, assistant coaches Masoud Dudu Dramani and George Boateng, they were also retained as assistant head coaches. So basically continuity for the Black Stars technical men. Now, the details of the contract weren't made public. Now, the GFA, they say in time they will communicate the details of Chris Hughton's contract to us all. Now, moving over to the English Premier League. Now, in the English Premier League, a lot of shock results coming in there. You had the likes of Leicester City beating Tottenham Hotspur by 4-1. That was a big result coming in there for Brendan Rodgers and his boys. Daniel Amati featured in that game. Now, you also had Manchester City beating Aston Villa by 3-1 to cut Arsenal's lead atop the EPL standings to just 3 points ahead of their meeting in midweek. I know Koku is shaking a little bit.
Well, we were robbed in our match, but it's okay.
I didn't want to touch on that matter, but now that you brought it up.
No, but this guy, I don't understand you.
He's obsessed with Arsenal, actually.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I like Partey to win. I just want Partey to win. But you were robbed? You believe that you were robbed?
We were, but it was clear. It came out later on that VAR did not check the offside.
Referee didn't draw the lines for the VAR
which is
check.
Preposterous. I mean,
It's crazy.
What's the
He
use
didn't
of
draw
VAR
the
if you're not
lines
going
to
to
determine
verify
that Jason Pinnock was offside. So the VAR couldn't verify that this was offside.
I think it was deliberate. I think they want like a very tight race.
Yeah.
So they denied us a victory.
That too.
You know, it's anti-Arsenal sentiments. Thank you.
Because, I mean, how do you not draw the line?
Exactly.
How do you not
It's
draw
done
the line?
literally at this level.
How do you not draw the lines? For
it
me, that's
doesn't
criminal.
make sense.
Honestly, that's criminal. And the referee, he deserves some lashes. He deserves some lashes.
Now,
moving over to more news from the EPL. Yes, Arsenal did draw points on Saturday after drawing 1-1 with Brentford at the Emirates Stadium. Now, Arsenal's new man, Leonard Trossard, he scored a goal for Arsenal, but Ivan Toney, he pulled Brentford even later on in the game. And Man United, they still stay in third place after beating Leeds United by 2-0, getting goals from Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho, the youngster from Argentina. He came off the bench and he grabbed Man United's second goal against Leeds United. And you had FIFA in the FIFA Club World Cup news. And Real Madrid, they won the FIFA Club World Cup after beating Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia by 5-3. And they got goals from Vinicius Junior, Federico Valverde, and Karim Benzema. And Vinicius Jr., who was named the best player in that tournament. And you also had Flamengo from Brazil beating Al Ahly from Egypt. Yes, Al Ahly, they represented Africa because they are the CAF Champions League winners, and they ended up losing by 2-4 to Flamengo from Brazil to place fourth in the tournament. Now, earlier this morning, yes, we had Super Bowl 57 take place, and you had the Kansas City Chiefs beating the Philadelphia Eagles by 38-35 points. Now, it was a wonderful game. It was a brilliant game, and it was a historic game because this is the first Super Bowl that you had two black players starting in the quarterback position. Now, it is a big deal because looking at the history of the NFL in relation to black players, how black players were viewed. And the quarterback is a position that you have to be cerebral to play that position. And for many years, black players were ignored in that position because, unfortunately, people thought black players aren't smart enough to play that position. And so having two black players be in the quarterback position and starting in Super Bowl was a big deal. And yes, Rihanna performed, and yeah, I haven't seen the full performance, but looking at the feedback coming in, yes, it was a good performance, but it wasn't up to the standard of last year's halftime show. We had Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, Eminem, and Mary J. Blige also performing.
No, you can't put the two side by side. It's not possible because you have
a collection
of legends versus Rihanna. It's not.
And they also had that nostalgic feeling.
Yeah, it's
Dr.
different.
Dre bringing, Dre.
No,
yeah.
you can't put them side by side.
Ex-President
it's
Donald
unfair
Trump,
to compare them.
Ex-President Donald Trump says it was one of the worst halftime shows he ever saw. So yeah, he really came after Rihanna in there. Now, remember, I gave you some numbers about the Super Bowl. Yes, 30-second advert, the least you could pay was $4 million. And some companies paid as much as $7 million to run an advert in the Super Bowl. Now, this is what you got if you run a $7 million advert during the Super Bowl halftime period. Now, on Twitter, if you posted an advert on Twitter, you had 2.3 billion impressions. On Instagram, you had 2.3 billion impressions. On YouTube, you had 2.2 billion impressions. On TikTok, you had 1.6 billion impressions. And on Netflix, you had 127 million impressions. So yes, if you pay that much money, yes, you are getting your money's worth. And honestly, yeah, it is a big deal.
Wow.
These folks don't joke. You should have seen the production behind Rihanna's performance. The set design, the dancers, it was all on point. The choreography, all on point. Like, dude, these people aren't playing. They aren't joking.
You know what I was wondering? Where did the musicians come from? You know, so you see the way the sets are done, right? Then the different sets are moving up and down, and people, and it's like the production is so ridiculously timed
so
and rehearsed.
Very rehearsed. Very rehearsed.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you see that they are actual instrumentalists on the, and I'm like, where did these guys come from?
Like,
as soon as the camera pans away from them, then boom, someone is already on the move. And
so even the direction, like the technical, the direction for the crew, the camera crew, to make sure they get the right angles.
It is crazy. Every year it keeps on getting better and better and better. Yeah, Super Bowl, you pay as crazy amounts of money, but look, it's money well spent. It's money well spent. And later tonight in the EPL, yes, you have the Merseyside derby, Everton taking on Liverpool. So yeah, keep an eye out for that one. And so that will be all for Sports Review on Breakfast Daily. My name is Yao Eje Minta. Kokwi Kweku.
Yeah.
Adios.
Thank you, Yao.
Take care of yourself. Have a good day.
I will. All right. Thank you very much.
Well, don't go anywhere. Do stay with us. We'll be right back.